Abusia ya mama kwa abashonko so eba POG Media ene ye dem beko highway ne so highway ne de ensem bebre wo so a ye nso ya je pene se ye bema ya bedwafo no ahu de eko ene de eba na den na eko so e wo highway ne so eye UK journalist ena wa drop hot expose against Dr. Bawumia enye asem keto akra na wa sheda Dr. Bawumia 7 years omoba power no entro a Dr. Bawumia etwa Ghana fo no wajini nyina aba begu a wama Bawumia aso ayeshi a enye asem keto akra na UK journalist no oye Ghanaian based UK journalist a friend no Kelvin Ekwobedu Taylor ono na ayesa adwuma no na wa sheda anya time entro a Bawumia etwa wodi ni nyina aba abonten ma esi ano wa cause fear and panic ama Bawumia no oje ne ho kra na enyi de okan nyina so no eye asem no kra Dr. Bawumia ono so ekan entro na wa expose Dr. Bawumia no enye se otwa entro na ato Bawumia so na ensem a Dr. Bawumia ebeka kire Ghana for say eye ade a obeya ama Ghana for eye ade a oba for vice president no one na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo oba abeye ni no ka kire say obechi dollar ahye ni botom na dollar na obechi ahye ni botom na yisi ano okọ na say okọ cheke dollar ni sisi a enam $1 is to 13 Ghana cedis a enye asam keto akra na time a John Dramani Mahama ewo power no na $1 is to 3 cedis or 4 cedis na omo keka ansem bebre na omo de omo ba power na de entro a ene ensem a omo aka agu Ghana fo ani no eno ena waba abe drop hot expose na yebepe se yebemi abedwafo no bemi akọ na omo akwakotie ensem a ekoso na omo kotie ba na yabeye discussion ewo ho na yebepe se yebemi abedwafo no bemi akọ na ansa na yebekọ no owo ensem kan bi afahye ye comment section like na share ma afofron so no ensa into me enkabi medamase.
Now, Facebook is back. And so when you go down there, to begin with, the government to government, that's the G2G initiative, includes. Into government to government, you know, a year after laying the fiber optic cable and having the Accra Digital Center, no, a day infrastructure and a day are buying. You see 24/7 broadband internet access for all MMDAs into all the district assembly offices because of the fiber optic cable now. John Mahama lay, you know, and internet MMDAs. DC office ni nyina no omutumi ne den aban etumi communicate on crime etumi ne Akufo-Addo communicate etumi send den information. They can call, they can send emails, they can have their conversation and basically serious meetings. First, you know, MMDS for bibia or some of the paper. Say they don't need paper. They can just do what? They can take a scan of the document and then move it to Accra. Into ama ejuma no ay easy. Initially, you need hard copies before you can send your information to Nkran. Oh, you hear CKB for buying ho. Yes, some farm paper mbra. Now say you paper anko because of fiber optic cable at John Mahama Muleye, because of the data center in Accra and internet MMDCs, internet office. Ewo bekwai. Now I send a scan document of their meeting. Now Nkran. Now Nkran for say saka. It is because of that. It is a one tiasia. Now Bawumia be general digitization. On tiasia o tro. Now infrastructure automation of government agencies through a wide area network infrastructure backbone. On saying time and John Mahama oko green book rima. John Mahama apart from say the fiber optic cable by Accra Digital Center no majority of regions or Ghana more some small satellite poles bi ho. Those ones were given the various or respective MMDCs any government office ni no satellite no mbesi no ene na ene enkran ene fiber optic cable no ekasa into ebi ona otie kura say yes John Mahama mo besi pole bi wa ha sa pole no ene na ne cable ne kasa etumi ma mu krom ho DC no etumi send scan document ekonkran into even though the cables no is around the nation no to make it more effective no they still put up their satellite poles internet access no easy. Into Bawumia has nothing about digitization. MPP are buying from Kufuor to Akufo-Addo to Bawumia. Some biomonica digitization no mucha ontro, but Bawumia has failed on the economy. Or pe baby in the tuna chinchin nesi. Now you see something called web hosting, domain registration, and emails. .com.gh and gov.gh for all government entities. Enterprise document management system for the archiving, retrieval, perusal, and management of critical government documents. Into because of this, and then there, obitubijina the entakrade, obitubijina ekurasibi ekase, and you call meeting, DC say, oh, I question what the mamma fan send. Because of fiber optic cable na John Mahama and then the phone ultra picture now also scan it or send ya and nick cable no essence no. So as light post no almost sense no into the moment press send no na cable na pick it. Na sa towers na pick it no the crying na nkra quickly I bounce it no so reflector ko na nipa na the corner and have room go no now no so saka into it is the cable no sa communication na John Mahama put it together no and internet there waha. Into without John Mahama's fiber optic cable, Accra Digital Center no, nanka yen to mint nankran and send the information and kusim. I hope you're understanding. Now, this is what you see. Make sure the benefiter, Accra Data Center, any fiber optic cable now Mahama de far from no, and Faswa Edia Bray Ninano, and then a Michiro Machiro, into because Mahama Bedi also by Utino a Pampaso, Mahamanti, and the Micha picture of Fia between the Sendimi Kunu, Iraq. Mahamanti and the mema me o kurase o tumitwa video e de send me so okoyi o ne de si o no. It is because of John Dramani Mahama. It is because of the fiber optic cable in the ground, because of the Accra Data Center. There is a data center. Now uko enima also furthermore, the government to citizens initiatives called e-service after first one now make sure say a government to government now there's something called the e-service and here the electronic services have improved the quality of services rendered by government to citizens and harmonized and enhanced cooperation between the public bodies providing them. By so doing, human contacts are being removed, contributing significantly to the reduction of corrupt practices that have always characterized citizens' requests or applications for basic everyday needs like birth certificate, passport, driver's license. So Bawumia Jinaka say because of mobile digitization and the ultimi a request and I say apply for birth certificate online or any idea be John Mahama fiber optic cable no and so be so to gina kumase passport one kran enye Bawumia on fa hwenka ho cables na egu form no Accra Digital Center no eno na etumi connect sa anyoma we ma otumi apply online. Enti eno so no infaso de brand say o ti say embre Bawumia ka say I say ano nipa motete office no corruption come from John Mahama started killing corruption from opposition because Saudi when John Mahama no omo ye Goro boys Accra passport office omo ye Goro boys the birth and death certificate omo ye Goro boys air driver's license office no. It is because and oko DVLA near see ye check card amount ye information digital card because of the cable. It is because of the data center and internet DVLA and because of John Mahama cable no the far form no. The fiber optic cable this is sending Ghana hanyina and internet say obi beji cash onje cash you tua no dey o sa tua DVLA charge you 20 Ghana now the phone tua through Momo app na because of the cable. Inti adibia ye organ bia and cut corruption middlemen na say and the government agencies are making money because middlemen have been cut out because of the introduction of digitization. It is because John Mahama put those cables on the ground. It is because John Mahama built Accra Digital Center. It is because he built the NIA office, NCA office. These are infrastructures. Who needs infrastructure now? Who to me yet? Cable no your friend infrastructure. They are physical things you put in the ground. Center na wa Accra na friend digital center no server system and then your friend infrastructure. Into be catch us about infrastructure or digitization over here also to me one answer. Because you need to prove to me that you have been able to invest in infrastructure. You can invest in app. You can invest in any app, COVID-19 app, but without the infrastructure, the app is useless. Muntie me. You can build any good app in this world without infrastructure, without fiber optic cable, without a data center. That app no waste. You can pay anybody to build an app. Where are you going to host the app? on which platform is the app going to sit to distribute the information you want to go. You need an infrastructure. And Inter John Mahama spent a lot of money to build the Accra Data Center, to build the NCA office, to build the NIA office. Intende ura NIA office near the card mawa. Kase nyankopon ma John Mahama nyininche. Because every machine at Accra Digital Center, National Identification Center, John Mahama, and the buyer connected to the fiber optic cable and to Accra Digital Center. Without that, send the John Mahama yi cable free format, there will be nothing left. So NDC focus say, hey, most digitalization. Okay, yeah, she cable in free form, and they ultimately send momo, ultimately request, ultimately apply for passport, ultimately apply for driver's license, ultimately conquer, ultimately BBR into the soul of this country. The solar running digital economy. No, it is the cables on the ground and the infrastructure. The cable no, infrastructure no. The cable is part of the infrastructure. And John Mahama, infrastructure, no, he did not sit there. He added the applications to it. And internet, your e-government, your e-services. Applications living in government institutions, etumi di juma. Obi or MC, tafo, otumi send scanned photocopies. And call Accra because John Mahama the app by your friend e-services. Bawumia does not have anything to his name. Mese Bawumia kasa obetan radio sika mo busa say den out to me send sika every Kumasi kon den out to me send picture every Kumasi kon. It is because of the cable. Omunle one cable one omunle bi omodada mo ochina obegina wa enkwasi asem say ya o omo obi busa the question because omunim say ye Jimmy na me enko edinam chewa de bi. So the next one, this is what it says. Yenya butre dwedwem. Me pesa Ghana fo mu. Bawumia besre obeka so ochina monsre no. Because hwe, oyi say ye Jimmy. Kevin Taylor say fiber optic cable and every digital thing happening in Ghana happening. Any Accra Digital Center because John Mahama the far from no kra na enye no kre. Mahamudu Bawumia, have you invested in one fiber optic cable in Ghana? Have you put together any e-commerce, e-app to help government institutions? Omobua, John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC built this. And the Ghana Code Digitala, we have to go down on our knees and pray for John Mahama. We have to go down on our knees and pray for John Mahama because the John Mahama yama Ghana no. John Mahama nke janu mane toaswa anka bebi ewo no enye Bawumia ba in politics because of one thing, economy. Adentina weja ho asam ka because they na all kind of opposition ya no bi na ethroma no. Onsa alankoro chama de se Bawumia wasa wa bre bibie no betuma ye. Omne na tena cabinet o. Alankoro chama nten no ka the economic management team ho. O se Bawumia na munida no so no. Oni ideas hufuro bia wa bon. Na se denchem finsu ase be ka kire say aponchireni ewu a kwase ampanyi woni wan ka se denchem ne boa. So that is what we are living with today. Ochina oba digitization, the dollar is at 13.5. Why is he not talking about it? Or just said digitization F4. And this time catch Ghana for say make nobody also say he will pick Ghana card over their infrastructure. On to me see school, on to me see bridge, on to me see any infrastructure. Or say Ghana card. Ghana card it falls within digitization. Without the fiber optic cable, you have to print one Ghana card or Ghana. Without Accra Digital Center to save the data. Some information now what they ma Ghana card NIA for say omun keep no mo fangu card so no na chip no. Some information in go Accra Data Center. When you see without that infrastructure and the infrastructure cable no, you cannot do any of these things. Instead then about Bawumia MP to me say na yede digitization by what Jimmy. With this platform, citizens are able to digitally apply for passport, birth certificate, and driver's license, register their businesses from the Registrar General's Department, request both marriage certificate and police background checks report, and most importantly, conveniently file and pay taxes. Into some culture say, and the GRA say Ghana phone are on an app, taxes on an app. It is because of the cable. And this time I say, Bawumia MPP, omo fa bibianka Ghana ho. Omo dwi say jandam ye Jimmy, to omo another jandam oba. Omo dwi say Jimmy, inti send ukwaje birth certificate. Ukwa na ukwaje passport. oko na so oko dey o file with taxes you say ya the app bi aba app no without data center any cable na offer no sa app na nyejuma. I'm telling you, without John Mahama a fiber optic cable and nam form any Accra digital center is save data no ubetumi create app be we as say GRA create app kwase bia to create app ko China ko he ko bra Philippines for no be he ofu bia to tena them 10 minutes we create app no e dey na e be ye adwuma wo so. Without a data center and a server for the app to sit on, it is not an app. It is basically anything anyone has created. It is and the GRA or taxes through a app. It is because cables na a num form no and sense this information if you phone so echo Accra data center transfer dia code and GRA ama GRA for sun saka asendo say thank you for the filing your taxes. It is because of the cable. It is because of the fiber optic cable and the Accra Digital Center, Accra Data Center, NCA office, NIA office. John Mahama the less than 4 years na yes we. Into giant ben ebi na no ka John Mahama be yeden. Now yanko enim. Now, so the Birth and Death Registry, BDR, Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, Registered General Department, Ghana Police Criminal Investigation Department, and Ghana Revenue Authority are some of the agencies on the platform. John Mahama, or ye BBA or DBB for e-commerce, or we or this sang nyoma we nyina institutions we nyina go one app so, or don't go one platform so, and also nyina mundi jumambum. Intended a police background checker, a Ghana Police Service for bit my Fred yen, or bit my Fred Birth and Death through the digital platform. I can say, Aqua will Ghana Niampa, birth certificate, mutual system was a Kevin Taylor or Ghana. That is how John Mahama built this nation into a fiber optic cable, AC data center, and connecting all the government agencies on one platform. And I'll say, e services. What is going to happen is electronic services, government to citizens, government to business. Into a businessman in Kumasi Kwame Despite, or to me, effort the phone. Now we try a picture of his receipt. Now I send ya Kumasi Accra or say Moshe receipt to Namunyan Wejuma. It is because of the fiber optic cable. It is because or send this video, picture na Echo Accra data center. And Accra data center, a ma cable no sense and a cable no send the bar akwana we using on for Dixon and I say so boss ya young wijuma. That is how John Mahama built Ghana digital platform. Enti Bawumia mumbusa say a dear no dia can your digital system no a dear fiber optic cable, a dear infrastructure because the two things go hand in hand. Without infrastructure you can never run your app. You can't. Me have a TV station in America. I own my own app, my own server. So, build an app. That's what person to me server. So I will take money from you, and then server to me server. So and send the app and say to my without the server and Ghana your server you go Accra Digital Center, Accra Data Center. A honor your server ni see. A honor your information hub on the wall. Into everything about Ghana from business to personal information nina goes through the Accra Digital Center, the data center, not fiber optic cable no propelling quick and mana etumi accord the various agencies into Bawumia a day na odia ka Ghana Ghana digitization wa ochina obegina TV say digitization onim nyansa odwi so wejimi na yanko ani na menkyerɛkyerɛ mu emfaso a Ghana fo enya from John Mahama's fiber optic cable and the digital centers I will see around the nation and the main ones in Accra emfaso no na menkyerɛkyerɛ no. Now mama ko ani na menkyerɛ ade uko ani ma so many things. Added to the www.eservice.gov.gh was an electronic payment gateway www.epay.gov where John Mahama de buy on the two a yedian sa e-services no so sa epay zippay any the John Mahama any create a platform no I a friend e-government e-services and internet and the sanyo we nyina koso. And to do not underestimate this. Now, Uko anymore say the e-payment gateway has the capacity to accept various payment types such as debit or credit card, international, debit, credit card, local, mobile money, MTN, Vodafone, Airtel, Tigo, checks, cash, and bank transfer payment. And because of fiber optic cable, and the platform John Mahama, after setting up the infrastructure, after that, he made sure said these platforms are there. Anything and the ultimate scan check. No, I can say me at my accounts. It is because of the fiber optic cable. It is because of the Accra Digital Center, the data center. It is because of the infrastructure. Man, without infrastructure, if we be able say, or lead digitization with Jimmy on TSA. So all these things happening in Ghana, it is because John Dramani Mahama in October 2016, John Mahama made sure, say, answer no few office, now we're making sure that Ghana was on the path of the digital revolution. So he really thought through things. And then the Bawumia Ghana, because we're failing more, because Bawumia came into Ghana politics in 2008. The only thing that they could say, or economist, asa. I didn't say Bawumia so on economy once or the digitization. Digitization so about politics now order that. Na Bahama build it into Bawumia. The importance in Ghana politics na any DN. Why should I look at Bawumia and vote for him? Now, as of October 2016, there had been 23,333 total transactions and an amount of 168 million Ghana cedis had been collected for 8 MMDAs. As back as 2016, John Mahama, and on the date, October 2016, go and check the facts. Now, John Mahama platform was set here after putting the infrastructure together. No, government to government, any services are set here. Now, municipal district their assemblies, they were able to get taxes. They were able to get revenues through a platform. People were paying through digital check. People were paying through their phones. People were paying by making sure say, almost send emails there. That is what John Mahama did. So you are not supposed to make this Bawumia boa or China obejina say now Kevin Taylor church him. Now when like cable be Ghana. Where's infrastructure be a host data Ghana. Now one kasa no answer your best send the picture now. When be fa answer your send the picture. See a person call you a passport officer. Now him send a passport office for receive your application. He knows nothing about digitization or doing some way Jimmy. Now I mention my dear. Now when you go to the digital infrastructure. Your digital application, my mention digital infrastructure, and no make some early on. Fiber optic cable, Accra Digital Center, NIA office, NCA office, the hub, Akroma, when you John Mahama see. To begin with, digital infrastructure is the foundation of every digital economy. Therefore, during his tenure, that's John Mahama, President Mahama built the most robust and efficient infrastructure in the country since independence. Since independence, ever since John Mahama, so na obia President Abako no obia NC data center. JJ Rollins by obey any day, we NC data center. J Kufuor by obey den obedi jantra for another chain or any chain good kum and obesi toilet with basic data center. Atamos by he lived very short, but his influence was felt. John Dramani Mahama by and we need a data center. Tie nyansa we mu na from so Bajemba. So Mahama technically the Kwame Nkrumah we nyina no schools companies John Mahama na lifting ni nyina free analog e de ba de digital. Because without the infrastructure, nothing was going to be done. Nothing, I find digitization will ever enter Ghana. Into Juma Kwame Nkrumah, JJ Rawlings, Atamils Winina, yeah. Kufuor wedding kwasi asem kwato Tongana Airways ni Vodafone. Omo yes an kwasi dinja. John Mahama by no say we need something. We need a hub. Ye hia bibi ye be build ya. Ye data nyina be gu so. Ye wiane asa build a platform sa nyoma na ye betumi de di dwa wo so. That is John Mahama. Today to digital. Sa company na air printing Ghana card and then John Mahama and a contractee when he was in power. Ghana card, let me be very honest here. J.A. Kufuor, he thought to say we needed a national ID. Kwame Nkrumah, we had a national ID. But J.A. Kufuor by no say no. Sa national ID no, and then a young upgrading the kakra. Into J.A. Kufuor started with 2 barcode. Sa time no, ya card we are. Na what ya shashawu egusidi so. Ya card na egusidi so. Na waba na ya de akọ office omo ye card na adwuma data ni nyina wi na egusidi compact disk eso na egu Kofo started so opese oye Ghana card no odwene ho no almost started me I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to let you know almost an analog and then that time na NIA officers ne omo na omo yes adwuma no usisidi e na nyoma gugu so entutumi ya card na 2 years on san kan utumi ya card se kon kran card na enya digital utumi fa anya hwe ekuta akeke it's a school ID John Mahama ne Atamus taking over and I say no. This is a waste of time. Now we will need to add some features to this card to make this card a card that can be used for purpose, multi-purpose stuff. Into John Mahama mo a contract a company. So company ni buy no and I'm be change call a 3 barcode and a move about digital. And no one printing 16 million Ghana card. Mr. S, get me the video, please. And numuna John Mahama during Mahama's time no almost start printing 16 million Ghana cards. Satania setting up all these platforms. People were receiving Ghana cards. Your Ghana for her, Ghana card, it goes back as way back as 2012, 2010. Now your man called for Ghana card or Ghana. They are all around, they know it. As time went on, when John Mahama saw the engaging company said, we need to move it higher. Now let's move it to a more digital platform whereby you can access it. The same company are not Omoya 3. And about digital, no, they are the same companies and the Ekufuademo and Yomuye Juma. And then about Bawumia.
Abusia Kevin Taylor ode ensem no atujana na utumi se wado esuko akọ ensem ni ma eye Ghana card ho nsensem kra no Kelvin Taylor ono kire se Ghana card no start free kofo abreso Dr. Bawumia yisi ano ono no onim se wa faili wo economy ho side no yisi oba be ye no ho digital man na oye den kra na ono Kelvin Taylor no obema Ghana for ehun say wa faili ewo economy ho side unjai sa na ho digital no kra na da bia osori na digital no ono no enye ono na de digital na ye den e baaye JA Kufo ene babaye digital na obabaye digital no uja no ma John Dramani Mahama so ba ebeye fiber optic cables no e ma ukọ chire kura na utumi send nneoma e ma wabusuafo ne ade abusuan ye besa so amama kuti ensema oka eka ho medamase
Just ordinary digitization by the company today printing Ghana cards, giving us the Ghana cards, no, the IDs, no, the digital IDs, no. A company John Mahama and the mobile by Jumananka, a company for 1 to I don't know about 1 pamomo. They are the people printing your cards. In China about digitization or no and the buy. Where on earth should anyone reasonable brain ekas Bawumia is digitization? Bawumia has nothing to hold on to. Only bibia obekutem and itina otete. Ochina original digitization. We have been able to make passport office obwa and itina John Mahama SC a new passport office or linky all the passport also video show National Emergency Center or all the security agencies CAS and catch say your whole headquarters, the hub of your digital infrastructure is in Accra. You can communicate with NIB BNI or NIB for Omo Navrungu. Omo mo Kumasi BNI for no national security. They can communicate with you on this. You can be able to access everything in Ghana. And no video no, he was able to equip these security agencies to tell them, say, we are in the digital world. Now, make digital infrastructure and in here, the infrastructure. Without the infrastructure, without Accra Digital Center, NIA office, NCA office, and the fiber optic cable Mahama layer, nobody can build an app in Ghana and let it function. Unless your app it is sitting on Kevin Taylor's server in Washington, DC, before you can operate that server, that app. You cannot. Into every government institution, yeah, they are going digital. No? They are going digital because the infrastructure from Accra Digital Center, Data Center, the fiber optic cable, and nothing more digital. None of them. Because all these apps, they are not sitting on a foreign server. They are all sitting on a server at the Accra Digital Center, the Accra Data Center. That is where all of them, they take their blood source. A whole blood source. Mahamudu Bawumia is a liar. Or capitalize on your ignorance. And this is for problem by war. They could not sell their message. They could not tell you people the omo yamamo. Omo ntumi ndwudwemu ankyeremo. And MPP nkwasiafo we dey bi omo ba na obetwa motro. No mo nyankwasiafo de na nyanto am no mtiti radio so Mahama be ye den. And the one na nyanto a utumi ye video, okwati video de komo ba wona vrongo. Then as a video no do about Navrongo because of John Mahama fiber optic cable. Sa akwa na ona woto na ne apotwa say e bonsuo mu enam no. Omo tumi na mo ye mo twetwe mo be ma na mo send video koma mo girlfriends. Mo gin say e famfremem. John Mahama cables na we lay no. Eno na utumi ye video no wi am utumi send koma ma mo bodam. Ya fan for the yenye djuma na and the we edjuma de and the antopia de yenye djuma no. And the lady de obi abegere de ai Kofi Bento, sa wo hyedem na senkofo de omo be ma hyehye woto. Ukwasi again sem na wo hyedem so be ma twetwe be ma no. The video you are sending to your partners across the nation, Kofi Bento, it is because of the fiber optic cable John Mahama, the reasonable, intelligent man, they're laid in Ghana. It is because the Accra data center is there to do what? To take your sex video, your long dick video, send to your partners for you. You are asking, what should Mahama come and do? Mahama, on my dien, me chire mu. Mo amote TikTok. Ewo Ghana ha, TikTok videos. Your 200,000 followers. Without John Mahama fiber optic cable, no, ka ni adwuma. I am telling you, the John Mahama fiber optic cable, any Accra data center, and no ndama wo TikTok na. Kwasi ampen you say MPP most can be jimi hu internet so no. Without John Mahama fiber optic cable, no, ankasa app na we use no ka ni adwuma. Because the app needs to sit on something. The app needs to sit on an infrastructure, inside an infrastructure to help. Into John Mahama, he created jobs, micro and macro, indirect and direct. Into governance. Jack Toronto, on an MYW, Omonti Abambua say, just a memoir say, Jimmy Fako high jet no team. A mamma so bobi tuo. A mamma say, yeah, the never pay for Riata, and a Jimmy Casasa, a mamone obia or Ginny, a Ginny and call for the next 20 years. And it's a John Mahama Day, the NDP by the National Development Plan. A fair Namoka Wasem, or the National Development Plan by 2014. Mo MPP for me, Jimmy, Munimunyansa. Now, to begin with, digital infrastructure is the foundation of every digital economy. Therefore, during his tenure, President Mahama built the most robust and efficient infrastructure in the country since independence. This was to meet our digital transformational goals and objectives. Indeed, given 4 more years in office, based on his solid digital infrastructure, he would have built a new and modernized ICT compliant Ghana. And that was the next move na John Mahama Pesoye. Now he was going to move from where we are, he was going to move it global, bigger. And then kwasiafo we buy. Yabo udin na ya from kwasiafo ojina bola ho to nyamenyom. Nyansa nyame dia ma say paper bola no, clean bola no. Only we are men kotungu bola so no. Dana sawan the content say akotsa abranoma ena yabo udi na yafrao ekufu adwe na de Jimmy we chichire man ena de tia no. Kojo upon Akroma sorry na pono 10 gig in the back pocket. Odu ano de or the hard drive na shomo. Ogi say e de na hu sa pono no kojo. Aya wo da John Mahama si kojo upon Akroma. Enya John Mahama nka 10 gig podo nka unya nhwe. Aya infrastructure no and hold data no fiber optic na mamu internet. Into ko pie kwa me plus fie na sa oyi hard drive no na sa wo de share computer na wo hwe podo no na wo twetwe wo be ma na wo tie say a wo tie say na wo de wo say pem dan no fiber optic cable no na kojo upon Akroma wo twetwe wo be ma eni tina on sa right no abo chain left no munyina munsu nyansa na mu so man na ye kekere. Kevin, my bottom, I had a lady at the from Kaya, will be over there, and starting at the Bema, facts in the Bema, but you will say to you, to what Piaka. I am what Pia going. Mr. P, do you have something for me? 2014, you want me to play this video before I move on? Okay, my team. I'm going to catch him some Mimbo video win show. Now, mentor a year in discussion. So, this is 2014, John Dramani Mahama. Mr. P, Mr. S, and I'm the video now, but said this is also part of the fact. Mama, young queen, young co head echo. Share platform where now the video grow. Now let's watch this. Inf1 in 2009, and a Ghana card no air dang. Kufuor and also. 2009, and I started process. No, in 2012, and NDC phone said no. Sa 2D barcode no, a cake, enye juma. Until they did system updates or upgrade. Into 2012, no, and NDC for a movie free what we call the 2D to smart card, chip embedded card. 2012, no, and the company now your friend identity management system. John Mahama more contractors say move it from the analog and bring it to the new world digital card na in Kofokutano. Your friend chip embedded. Bawumia saw the digitization by wabodam. Me ma what Ghana sa MPP for we. Jack Toronto ne mwawe. Omu ni munyanza o. Omo be di musika kwa over 1.1 trillion. Omo di. Omo se Bawumia economy no de wuntumi kan wanse mo called digitization. Wabodam me church no mu. It is our company ne buy no. Omo buy no se system upgrade no. Omo move akode digital. Omo the chip with him. No mo the facial and iris. Omo updated it with him and their features and so account. So it was John Mahama who moved the card from their analog to their digital. News number no. The facts and I'll say, you know. It's heading about Bawumia or Chinabajina TV to say digitization. He has do digitization to change Ghana. Any government institution be our Ghana be and they are saying they are making profit because they introduce an app for them to be paying or doing whatever. It is through John Mahama 2012 initiative of moving our card from analog to digital and laying fiber optic cable around the nation and building a digital center. The app is just a component. The main thing is the infrastructure. A cable no any data center no. Into Bawumia TV so china. And he speaks about digitization. He should stick to economics. Dollar no ewo he. And dollar ni jina. And that is the conversation we need to be having. Memo biantina TV so da. And kase Bawumia is digitization. Digital Bawumia. Bawumia onia jenia yeditumi yes adie we you. My both video actually, in fact, Mr. S, Mr. P. There's one more video which needs to come in 2014. This is also another video. Make sure evidence upon evidence. Actually said, John Mahama and the NDC started digitization. Any government agency in Ghana, government to government, government to business, government to civilian. We are Ghana nina unya and calls. Utimi SND videos. Utimi Sikao Bank. Utimi Scania. Because of John Mahama. Se abayin injuma mienu edin sa waswo GRA. Customs, Ministry of Finance, Customs, almost share data, almost share a scan document because of John Mahama. It is because of the infrastructure. Infrastructure, no, a data center, no, and a fiber optic cable. Now he lined them in the nation, around the nation, and internet and there you to me video calls. It's John Mahama. He was going to move you to space. And and the Bawumia na all symposium proponent and exponent, you know. He doesn't want to talk about the economy. Today Bawumia wants to only talk about digitization. The question to Bawumia and say, have you added a single fiber optic cable to our digital economy, our digital system? One fiber optic cable. Have you invested in infrastructure? Bawumia onim di okeka onim bebia wodru. Onim say ye ne ayaba ne yenjimi se chema wuntumi. Bawumia wetiti oh, beef. Now, this is another evidence I made it show where it's proven. So NDC, John Mahama, they actually brought digitization to Ghana.
You're still watching Midday Live. To one of our headline stories, the National Identification Authority will from Saturday, March 22, 2014, be working on Saturdays. The authority says people who registered during the mass registration in the Greater Accra region and those who registered at the head office have their cards ready for collection. So to talk about this very release that has come out, I do have the PR of the National Identification Authority, Beta Chaple. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you here again. I'm doing very well.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you did state in your release that it's for the Greater Accra region alone.
Yes.
And when you talk about mass registration, where exactly are you talking about?
We did register in the Greater Accra region from November 2009 to February 2010. People who participated in any part of the region during that period are those that we are targeting. We have given cards to some groups of people already. Indeed, apart from the Dangbe East, Dangbe West, we have gone back to all the communities to distribute the cards. Unfortunately, some people did not turn up to collect their cards. We are giving such persons the opportunity to pick their cards. Some persons also registered at the head office. We are saying those who registered before March 2012, 2013, last year, they should come and pick their cards, because we've not been able to produce cards since that time. If you registered after March last year and you come to the office right now, your card is not ready, so they should not come. But all other persons who registered in Greater Accra during the March registration and before March last year, they should come for their cards if they've not done so. Okay, so within the time frame you've just given, how many cards are you distributing? We have a lot of cards. Maybe we have close to 1 million cards there occupying our warehouse. We have persons on standby who come to work from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Any number of people who report, we will serve them. We will start this Saturday and see how the response is. If we need to increase the numbers based on the response, we will increase the numbers of people who will be appearing to pick their ID cards. And is it just for Saturdays, or they can come during the weekdays? During the weekdays, we have been distributing cards since we completed the mass distribution at the head office. Anybody who walks in on a daily basis is able to pick their cards. Unfortunately, some persons complain that they go to work and they don't have the opportunity to come to our office during weekdays to pick the cards. It is based on the feedback we got from the public that we want to extend our work to Saturday so that such persons can have access to the Akana card. So it means that aside the Saturdays for the Greater Accra region, anyone at all from any other? Any day of the week, you can walk in and pick your card. And in addition to the Saturday we are adding. And how about the other regions? Do they come to Accra? No, the other regions, anybody listening to us anywhere, we are distributing cards only in Greater Accra because their cards are ready. We printed cards for some parts of Ashanti region. They are not sorted. So anybody who comes from Ashanti region to Accra cannot get their card because it's not sorted. We don't know where your card is located. We've sorted cards for Greater Accra. That is why we are distributing their cards. And because these are all cards we've returned from the field, people did not pick them up. We want people to pick the cards up because very soon, if you don't have the card, you may not be able to access certain services. We know we are not enforcing the law because we are not national. If I say not national, we haven't distributed cards across the entire country. We're working seriously towards that. I did mention in this studio earlier this year that we are working towards instant issuance of ID cards to Ghanaians. We were hoping we could start in March, but the approval processes from government and then the technical processes have not concluded. We're shifting our poll to the middle of the year forward. We're hopeful that we would have concluded all of these processes so that we can start the instant issuance to Ghanaians. It has issues. It has a lot of things that we will be educating the public on. The instant will mean that you pay some fees for it. The regular will mean that you have to wait and get it during processes like we are doing right now. So we need the Ghanaian to understand that if you are asked to pay, for instance, for a card, it is because you are paying for the service to deliver that card to you, but not because you are charged. Government is not charging anybody for first issuance of Ghana card. That's the instant? Yes, the instant one. But this one is free? Yes, this one is free. If you just registered, we process and then we give it to you. It's free. But when it gets to that, discussions are still going on. Government is committed. They're looking at how to get some subsidy for us or other ways of supporting us so that we continue to deliver cards free to Ghanaians. But if there's a need for the instant one, people have to pay for it, and it's an instant service for you. As the foreign nationals are paying, they're paying $120. We know we are not going to charge anything close to that. The government will still be able to subsidize that process for Ghanaians. Now, you did touch on, I asked you early on about the
how long this would take, and you said you were monitoring. Does it mean that you can tell us exactly when this process will end?
No, it's not going to end. We work on a daily basis.
That's the Saturday?
The Saturday ones. We work on a daily basis. So we have taken the feedback from the public and want to extend service to them, make it possible for them. So as long as people continue to come to the office to pick their cars on Saturday, we will maintain the Saturday service until people stop patronizing it.
Now, before I let you go, the Minister of Communications did mention on the SIM rerun, that's a SIM registration, that will be fully implemented and run by the national identification cards. And here's a process where cards haven't been distributed totally nationally. So what happens to that?
Yes, we are considering all these as part of the instant issuance. I want to say that we have a private partner. Indeed, national identification is the first public-private partnership that has taken place under the PPP policy, and our private partners are willing to go the extra mile with us. We're seeking approval for the expansion of that agreement or contract, so that we use that to do the instant issuance. We'll be using it to do many things as the SIM card registration.
But won't it delay the directive given by the minister?
No, people do not have now the card right now on the old system. But this one, if it starts, we're going to start doing the instant issuance. Indeed, we're talking with the telcos, the National Communication Authority, and other institutions like the banks, where we will be doing registration. And so we tie all of these together so that people instantly get the card. As I said, by June, we are hoping that all of these discussions and processes will conclude, so that early the second half of the year we can go into the field and start issuing.
Bawumia stole NDC ideas. What's my meno? Even SIM card registration, they were linking it to Ghana card. But the difference was that they were progressively and gradually making sure that Ghana obiye a card. They were not putting deadlines. One could register HM, one could register our SIM card. They said they were registering SIM card. That was the next stage. And that what they wanted to do was that they wanted to make sure so being a Ghana card before they move to the next stage. And the next stage is what? To link SIM cards to Ghana card. Now today you have not been able to link everybody to the Ghana card. Not everybody has the Ghana card. You are insisting, say, Mwa muye abanye juma, so one for Ghana card and buy it we Jimmy. The same to free SHS. John Mahamaka say, yenye progressively, gradually, and link everything. Omukasiafo say free SHS now. Oh, maybe awo. Omobaye oslo usu and the num say kramain. I am the. This is an intelligent woman. The cards, are for Ghanaians. Give them time, give them the card. Take your time, let everybody access the card. You move from there to the SIM card linkage. Into we are now the SIM card and a link card no. Into kwa na uko enimu kakra in kwasiafo we ba ekrono nti. NDC idea say na omoya ne kakra ma obi anwa tono no. Ejimi fo we ba ya na say hey obia nko link ne card. Wa wonfa card ba wonko ha. Wa uguta Ghana card uni passport. And ombetwa passport ombetwa birth certificate trousers. Any yabo so to Supreme Court or then the stallions, instead of them to apply their common sense, so see where we are today. This is what happened in 2014. In some of my waking in an South Tona would see year and can then could be our Ghana card. And can you link it obia to Ghana card? And can you need some problem of where we're in? Now you know the most interesting thing. Bawumia adia oyen say okoshe NDC for de na omo ye na na bo wuche Ghana for sebio ye mudodo no yensua dia yentie no krenti o say o under omo aban mu na and the foreigners to be register Ghana card oboa na ma American wankasa o say wanka foreigners na sata mo issue the instant card. Na instant card no, you are not paying, you are paying for the services, you are not paying for the card. In the time na John Mahama was no, so open instant card, you pay for the services you get. Mahmoud Bawumia na Ghana so digitalization the yati Akroma and NDC for status omo register foreigners. Omo foreigners card. Omo tia the foreigners fee. And as this is a year NDC 2014.
With effect from March this year, Ghana
on Tiasie. Me start here, me say we be a digital infrastructure, digital application. The digital infrastructure, any the no NCA office, Accra Digital Center, a fiber optic cable, any satellites at Mahama Sino Ghana. Digital applications, any sa applications now, omo build ya, and the omo the two and so data center and so and the government to business, government to citizen. And tina abang office etumini abang office din komo, send their emails, send their scan copies of documents, and a banks etumiji their digital check, credit card, ATM, eye momo. Enti ni nyina no John Mahama wie no de saa nyoma ni nyina no esi data no so enti infrastructure no e hold nyoma no na den cable no pick sensors no all send information bremo mo me nkoti Mahmudu Bawumia on digitization sa interview we mo bebre mo hweye na mo ntie the level of reasoning when it comes to digitization. This is Mahmudu Bawumia.
Key to all the things you mentioned is leadership. One step forward, it always feels like one step forward, 4 steps back. How do we do this on a consistent basis?
I think you've touched on a very important point, because it's important that you have leadership, selfless leadership, because for what I've been looking at this whole issue, why we've taken so long, 60 years after independence, to really address some of the fundamental issues that I've been talking about, the systems, why we've lived with all these problems for so long and not really had that leadership to solve these problems. Our leadership has tended to focus on crisis management. Successive governments is like, oh, well, oil prices have gone up, you have a crisis, commodity prices, and political instability, macro instability. That seems to be the focus, crisis management. We've not looked, leadership hasn't focused on the underlying system that drives economic activity. And so when you look at this question, you need to think about the future. For the politician, generally, the horizon is so short. You are in office for 4 years. And if you don't put the country ahead of your own political exigencies, you will do what gets you elected. Right? I'll build the bridge and I can point to a bridge, or I'll build a road and I can point to a road. And so you are in that type of mode of economic development. But if you have to put in the systems for digitization, that infrastructure is soft infrastructure. You're building a national ID card, you're building a digital address system, you're doing all sorts of things that may not be visible, but is much more important.
You see, Bawumia is a liar. When say Bawumia is a liar, he is saying, digitalization, you have to do what? You have to build the systems. What are the systems? Or say African leaders in Union Kwechi, Omoba, Power na no mope, Omo systems no. Obi in 2012. We see infrastructure. What the fiber optic cable for the whole Ghana. Your data is secured. We're starting your Ghana card, or all the government agencies at to a platform e-services. So what here? Ultimately building one infrastructure when it comes to digitization. You have a problem with that person. Oh, Zakwawi, he is mentally not straight. Oh, so he could not give any answer, because he has not contributed to digitization in Ghana. He has not invested in it. He is basically, what he's doing is app. Also, we have updated this app. When you update an app, you have not built or invested in infrastructure. You have not built and invested in digitization. So this guy could not even answer the question. So when he goes out there and he's claiming digitization, when you are claiming digitization, show me what you have done. And yet digital-wise, when it comes to application, and digital-wise, when it comes to infrastructure. These two, if you are not able to point to one, you are mad. You are not supposed to be somebody we listen to. You don't understand the job. So be from 2009, say build it, a digital card. a digital Ghana card. We say the fiber optic cable from 2012. We say a data center. We say the government agencies in business and the government to be a Juma boom. We build a platform to put all of them there working effectively. Now that what to work as systems. What systems are you talking about? What systems are you talking about? You are calling infrastructure, says soft infrastructure. You are crazy. You don't understand the digitization. Bawumia is or you cooked edio bofro or you cooked momone. Bawumia is empty. Mese Mahmoud Bawumia, how did you come to know Bawumia? Yes, you're an economist. Yes, on the sika hunsem any or mind bo hunsem ena into about politics. And into MPP for the Free Bank of Ghana. And then the Bawumia digitization. And then the Bawumia on Besobeka economy hunsem because he has failed. He's not smart. He's not intelligent. Or do you say Jimmy? He's coming to come and talk digitization. Abra, before he got into politics, people have taken initiative to start building our digitalization sector, no, or our digital revolution. No. John Mahama started. Me say Ochina Oba TV so. Na so be bien and look at digitization because hey, stay there, stay.
Sisi Kevin Taylor me na ensema waswa eguo is Dr. Bawumia tsansem we are what's a crampo na so ISE ankasa ntru a Kevin Taylor abedan na di akere Ghana for no enye ntru keto Dr. Bawumia no de waba adwuma on tra on na ntru mu adwuma pa Bawumia abono enye adwuma keto wa disappoint Ghana for the way na Ghana for any da NPP amanyoku na do form of na Ghana for bia is there the omumpe na do down kwa kufuado Dr. Bawumia enum ensem cry den eti ene Dr. Bawumia so ebekasa update bia e bebre abedwafo no ye beda mase se monya abotre no makwakuti ye odue ne beka am say o wonsem kan bia afahye ye comment section like na share ma afofro so no ensa entumi enka bi eye POG Media medamase